We gather today to present the Medal of Honor for valor above and beyond the call of duty. In so doing, we celebrate the soldier, the life that produced such gallantry. Specialist Leslie H. Sabo, Jr. The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration that America can bestow. And this month will begin to mark the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, a time when, to our shame, our veterans did not always receive the respect and the thanks they deserved, a mistake that must never be repeated. And that's where I want to begin today, because the story of this Medal of Honor reminds us of our sacred obligations to all who serve. For Les and Bravo Company, those early months of 1970 were a near constant battle, pushing through jungles and rice paddies in their heavy packs. Enduring incredible heat and humidity, the monsoon rains that never seemed to stop, an enemy that could come out of nowhere and then vanish just as fast. When American forces were sent into Cambodia, Bravo Company helped lead the way. They were moving up a jungle trail, they entered a clearing, and that's when it happened. An ambush. Some 50 American soldiers were nearly surrounded by some 100 North Vietnamese fighters. Said Les's comrades, the enemy was everywhere, in bunkers, behind trees, up in the trees, shooting down. And they opened up on them. And Les was in the rear, and he could have stayed there. But those fighters were unloading on his brothers. So Les charged forward and took several of those fighters out. The enemy moved to outflank them, and Les attacked and drove them back. Ammo was running low. Les ran across a clearing to grab more. An enemy grenade landed near a wounded American. Les picked it up and he threw it back. And as that grenade exploded, he shielded that soldier with his own body.
I got it back. Hey, Tyler, take the plane. Grenade.
So, despite his wounds, despite the danger, Leslie did something extraordinary. He began to crawl straight toward an enemy bunker, its machine guns blazing. Those who were there said the enemy zeroed in with everything they had, but Les kept crawling, kept pulling himself along, closer to that bunker, even as the bullets hit the ground all around him. And then he grabbed a grenade and he pulled the pin. It said he held that grenade and didn't throw it until the last possible moment, knowing it would take his own life, but knowing he could silence that bunker. And he did. He saved his comrades, who meant more to him than life. Leslie Sabo left behind a wife who adored him, a brother who loved him, parents who cherished him, and family and friends who admired him. But they never knew. For decades, they never knew their Les had died a hero. The fog of war and paperwork that seemed to get lost in the shuffle meant this story was almost lost to history. We salute the men who were there in that clearing in the jungle. More than 24 were wounded. Along with Les, 7 other soldiers gave their lives that day, and those who came home took on one last mission, and that was to make sure America would honor their fallen brothers. Instead of being celebrated, our Vietnam veterans were often shunned. They were called many things when there was only one thing that they deserved to be called, and that was American patriots. In 2 weeks on Memorial Day, Michelle and I will join our Vietnam veterans and their families at the wall to mark the 50th anniversary of their service. There will be another chance for America to say to our Vietnam veterans what should have been said when you first came home. You did your job, you served with honor, you made us proud, and here today, as I think Les would have wanted it, I'd ask the members of Bravo Company to stand and accept the gratitude of our nation.